Hi, all you beautiful divas out there. This is Kelly, and it's Fab Friday, and it's time to talk about some fun beauty tip to add to your fabulosity for the week. And this week, I want to talk to you about eyebrows. Eyebrows are kind of a funny thing. We've all probably had that great aunt that, drew her eyebrows on God knows where. Sometimes they were up here and sometimes they were over there. So, eyebrows can be kind of weird and we don't always know what to do with them. So let's just talk about them a little bit and be kind of an honest girlfriend sort of conversation. Your eyebrows really can complete the look on your face. They can complete the frame and they can actually become an eye lift for you and an anti-aging tip for you. And I'm all about looking younger and more beautiful if we can do that. But it's like you want to kind of think about the shape of your eyebrows. And so we're always doing those great things. Make sure you're having them waxed or threaded. If you want to tweeze, just be careful. Don't go tweezer happy with them. Back in the 70s and 80s, that's what we did, right? We tweezed and then it doesn't grow back again. And then, some of us are very fair and have very fair hair, or as we get older, that hair can kind of fade out. And so we need to add and enhance, but we don't need to draw on a whole new eyebrow. So let's talk about that. Now, one of the things I like to do, because I'm very, very fair on my lashes and my brows, I have hardly any eyelashes, I have hardly any brows, and they're very, very blonde. So I love when I go to my hairdresser and I'm doing my low lights, I have her put just a little bit of that low light hair dye and I tint my brows. And that's going to kind of help you with this process as well. So just a fun little tip for you next time you go in and get a little enhancement to the hair, make sure you get a little enhancement to the eyebrows. Now, when I get done with this video, I'm also going to post a picture for you today that's going to show different eyebrow shapes. And based on the shape of your face, what should your eyebrow shape be? So for instance, I have kind of a round face, and because of that, I want to make sure I have a little bit of an arch to my eyebrow as much as I can get so that I can elongate my face. So it's going to give you some fun tips there. Okay, so that we don't look like our great Aunt Millie, we want to make sure that we are putting those eyebrows on in the right place. So you're just going to go over what you've already got in place. And one of the things you're going to do is you're going to take your eyebrow pencil and you're just going to line it up the side of your nose, and you're going to, don't turn it in like this, don't turn it in like that. You're just going to have it straight, and you're going to say, okay, do I have hair inside here? Because if you have hair going on inside here, it's time to get that cleaned up. So that shows you about straight up from the side of the nose where your eyebrow should start. And then what you want to do is you want to take the eyebrow pencil out the side of your nose and kind of out to the corner of your eye, and you can see about where your eyebrow should end. So you can see mine are a little bit short on the start and a little bit short on the end, and so that's where you can kind of come in and do just a little bit of work. Now, a couple of different ways that you can do your brows. I'm going to teach you a really simple, easy way. And I'm just going to use a plain old eyebrow pencil. Now, of course, I love Beauty Control, so this is my favorite. I love ours because it's you can just turn this and it's retractable and the color comes up and down for you. So you don't have to worry about sharpening it, and you don't have to have all those little funky little wood pieces poking you in your eyebrow. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to come in today. Actually, let's go over to this side. And I'm just going to start very slowly, soft little brushes, and I'm just going to kind of follow the natural line of my brow. I'm not going to go and draw a huge different look to my different look to my brow, but as you can see, as I'm kind of filling in a little bit, I am going up just a little bit to create an arch because I have that round face, and I'm coming out all the way to the end so that I can create a little more length to that brow. All right, so you can see already, look at the difference when I've worked on my brow a little bit. You can see how it's lifting and pulling the eye up. Now, if you're worried about, oh my gosh, that's too dark, I put too much color on, no big deal. All you've got to do is just use a big fat powder brush and a little bit of your, powder or wet dry foundation, and you're just going to kind of come in. And this will set it and brush over the top of it and lighten any of that color for you. But just look at the difference when you take a peek at me here, that you can see by just completing that eyebrow and adding just a little bit of color to it, it's pulling my eye up for me. And it makes such a huge difference. This eye on the other side looks droopier, and I just look like my face is being pulled down. But because I already have a hooded eye as well, too, this is going to help pull that up for me and give that illusion of having my eye more open and more bright. So your eyebrows are, really important. As you can see really quickly, what a subtle, simple little thing that took a few strokes, but it made such a huge difference. Now, if you aren't a fan of pencils, you can also use a brush, and you can use like a powder. You could use your eyeshadow powder. I like to use the brown from our bronzer powder. And what I usually do first is I take a little bit of the primer, our natural primer that we've talked about before to use on the face to help your foundation stay on better. Take a little bit of this primer and you would rub that right over the brow. And this is going to help then the powder adhere to the brow hair for you a little bit better. So you would then just take your pencil, or I'm sorry, your brush, and you would go into the powder, and you would go in and fill in everything across that brow there. And I'll come back and fill that one in a little bit because I really want you to be able to see at the end of this sort of the before and the after, having one eye done and one eye not done. So that is my great fab tip for you, is making sure you're completing your look and you're putting your eyebrows on and you're not looking like your great Aunt Millie. You're looking like your sexy, fabulous self. So I wish you all just a fantastic weekend and make it fabulous. Be you, be bold, and be beautiful. We'll see you next week.